he's a lovely man. He really is a lovely man. And, I have such mixed emotions of all of this because greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. And I think that deep down, Jen might have started out as a good person to get a man like that. But the greed took over. The greed can take over people. Greed is bad.
Greed is bad. I have a lot to say right now. I actually agree with you about Coach Shah. I think he is a nice man. I've always thought he was a nice man. I think he's a good guy. Yep. I completely disagree with you about Jen Shah. I think she is a evil, disgusting, vile, manipulative. I think she is a horrible, rotten, unself-aware to the core human being. I really do.
Really?
And I've never said that about Erika. I don't understand how.
Yep.
I understand if you really believe that Erika knew, then it's a whole different story. Then she knew, and she said, "Go home and steal the money, Tom, and I'll give you a blowjob." But there's a lot of people that don't think Erika knew, and it's at least we're debating this. And then you see her in therapy, and she did lose her life. I don't understand how there is such vitriol and hate for Erika.
I know.
And yet this woman she has pleaded guilty that she committed this crime. And yet some people like you, there's other people like you that don't hate her. I mean, she sat there for years.
I know.
The number one in the chain. It's like she was number one in all her puppets, and she defrauded old people. Think of your mother.
That's terrible.
Think of your mother sitting home.
It's a disgrace.
She got a call from Jen. She had that big house, your mother.
Yeah.
Well, what if her phone rang and she said, "Kim,
no, I know.
I have good news at the country." Right.
I'd wring her freaking neck. I would wring her neck. I know.
And it's not just the elderly. It's that this is a scheme. That's a lot different than whether Erika knew or didn't know.
She preyed on the weak. But I'm not saying, let me clarify this. I'm not saying I like her as a person and I think she's a good person. There's something about her personality that I would have been drawn to. Would I have stood by her if I knew she defrauded these old people? No, it's disgusting. But like, there's something that's sweet. Like, I understand how she did it because she's very good at what she's very good at that aura that she puts on. You know what I mean?
I do, but to me, it's like, so now it's like, this isn't season 1 where it didn't come out.
I know.
This is now like, she hasn't pled guilty at this point in the storyline.
I know that.
But you're sitting there, and I stand by what I said. I think at this point in this season, right now, and I think Coach Shah too, I think the two of them are fucking clueless about the real world that the rest of us live in. She is sitting there, and when she is complaining about downsizing from a 9,000 square foot house to a 4,500. Girl, okay, she didn't know she was going to go to jail at this point, but you know what you did. You know what you did.
The judge, listen to me, the judge watching this, same thing that happened with Teresa with Judge Salas. The judge watching this is going to say, this girl doesn't care about what she did to these people. She deserves to go to jail. You cannot behave like that. You have to be truly sorry for what you did. If you're complaining about downsizing to a 5,000 square foot house, people don't take kindly to that. They don't take kindly to that. It's not going to be good for her. It's not going to be good for her.
And you're being sarcastic about your closet. And mind you, listen, I understand the concept of we could be dead tomorrow. Why not live? Because you're going to be behind bars. But even though she didn't know that, but even with a trial coming up, why are you having this party? I'm not talking about the cost.
I agree.
I'm talking about this isn't the time to get up and say,
the
look
optics.
At us. Happy. Woo, Coach Shah. Look at us dressing up. And what are you doing?
Dancing up a storm, dancing up and took her shoes off and
yeah.
Listen, the optics of it are really bad. Me too. Me too. I do too.
I mean,
And I got to tell you something.
and
I
that's
like
where
her.
it's like to
Yeah.
the core, dude, you are a vile person. To me, it's
Okay.
like, listen, I'm not trying to convince you. I do another show. It's the Sarah, and every time at the end, she's like, you know, you always convince. I'm not
Well,
necessarily
you don't
trying.
convince me of everything. You don't. And I
No.
really want to definitely be very clear in saying I do not. I think it's despicable what she did to people. It's just, I think that like what you see of her personality and how she is with her husband and her kid, I think she's funny and she's cute. Do I like what she did? I think it's disgusting. You know, I think it's disgusting. So
But
it's a
because
catch
of that,
22 for me.
because of that, I just, you know what it is? It's not, I think if it's just, I just think it's the attitude of
I know.
like, I mean,
know.
okay, she's still saying she's innocent, but even not even that, it's just the house and the closet and the
Yep.
shoes
Yep.
and
Yep.
and now we're going on I mean, you have to do it, you have to film, but like, girl, it's like,
I
what are
know.
you doing?
Well, she was
I don't know.
100% in denial. There's no question that she was in denial. Let me get back to Teresa for a
I
minute.
think she's still in denial, though. Her social
Yeah,
media
she is.
behavior, like, you are going to jail. Like,
Yeah,
this is
yep.
real. This is
Yep.
real.
Well,
this is
listen.
life. This isn't Heather Gay and Whitney. This is
No.
life.
I agree. Well, going back to Teresa, when the whole jail thing, when she went in front of Judge Salas, when she came back to give her the time, she said, I was going to put you on probation. I was going to let you go home and put you on probation, but because you were still lying about what you have and what your property's worth and what your clothes, your jewelry, your furniture, you still don't get it. You need to go to jail to think about it. She was going to get off. She was going to go on probation.
So
but
what did
because
Teresa lie about? Like, I know she, like, what, when she was in court, they asked her, what'd she lie about?
No, you have to fill out paperwork. What your furniture's worth, what your jewelry's worth. Remember, you owe people money. You scammed people. So you defrauded people. So when she filled out the paperwork, she said that the furniture was worth $25,000, that furniture in her house. Most of her jewelry was not real, blah, blah, blah. She didn't come clean. So when Judge Salas saw that, she goes, you're still
But
not,
how
you're still
did
lying.
Judge know? She just knew?
Because it goes in front of the judge. The paperwork you fill out goes in front of the judge.
But like, how did she know? Well, okay, you said the Rolex.
Oh, well, she lives in a mansion. She doesn't have $25,000 worth of furniture. Come on.
You mean she has
It was
more?
deep.
She has more.
Of course. So
Right.
Judge Salas says, you're not coming clean. You still don't realize
Right.
what you do. You have no remorse. You're going to jail.
Wow. Teresa could have been on probation.
She said it. Judge Salas came out and said it.
So does Teresa, does Teresa say, you know, and by the way, in addition to Len Goodman, Judge Salas didn't like me either?
Well, Judge Salas was very explicit. Yeah.
This Teresa,
she was very,
she's another
I
one,
don't
maybe.
know.
She's another one in fucking denial, I guess, then.
She wasn't. She still is. When she was on Dancing with the Stars, so I went to jail because I signed papers I wasn't supposed to sign. That I didn't know I signed papers. No.
That's what she said. Who'd she say that
Yeah,
to?
that's what she said on Dancing with the Stars. When they were interviewing her.
I'm Teresa. I'm from the Housewives. I went to jail.
I went to jail because I signed papers I wasn't supposed to sign.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Listen, that is a narcissist trait. Now, I haven't listened to
you. Go.
You call her a narcissist, but that's the definition. When you think you're above it all, and that's, to me, Jen Shah as well. That is.
I agree.
I mean, that's where, I mean, again, I'm not getting into Erika, I think Erika's like aware. I mean, she's talks about it. Yeah, look at my life. Now, your life is not that bad. I'm not saying it's that bad, but
No,
she says,
no.
I mean, I lost this. Like, at least Erika understands the world hates me. And this Jen Shah, I don't believe does. She's posting Gucci and this and